Welcome to a place where hearts unwind, infinite threads that gently bind, love and compassion in every line. Together we rise through space and time.
Hey, welcome back to Infinite Threads. I'm your host, Bob. When I was younger, there was something comforting about seeing a porch light left on at night. Maybe you felt that too. You're coming home after dark, the road is quiet, the day has been long. Then in the distance you see that familiar light glowing. It isn't bright enough to guide an airplane, and it isn't powerful enough to light the whole neighborhood, but it tells you something important. Someone is expecting you. Someone wants you to find your way home. I've always loved that image. Maybe because as I've gotten older, I've realized that some people are like porch lights. Not literally, of course, but emotionally. They're the people who make you feel welcome the moment that you see them. The people who don't make you earn your way into the conversation. The people who don't keep score. The people who somehow make the world feel a little less lonely. I've been thinking about that a lot this week. The empty chair, the sounds from another room, the man who always waved. The ordinary day that turned out to matter more than anyone realized. At first glance, those stories seem different, but I don't think they are. I think they've all been pointing towards the same thing. The people we remember most are often the people who made us feel at home. Not because they were perfect, not because they had all the answers, but because they created a space where we could simply be ourselves. When I think about the people who left the biggest mark on my life, that's what stands out. I don't remember every conversation and I don't remember every piece of advice, but I do remember how I felt around them. I felt accepted, I felt seen, I felt like I didn't have to pretend. And honestly, that's one of the greatest gifts a person can give another human being. Life asks a lot from us. We're constantly adapting, constantly solving problems, constantly carrying responsibilities. Sometimes we don't even realize how tired we are until we encounter someone who lets us put all of that down for just a little while. Someone who reminds us we don't have to perform, we don't have to impress, and we don't have to prove anything. We can just arrive. The older I get, the more I think belonging may be one of the deepest human needs that there is. Everyone wants a place where they can exhale. A place where they know they're welcome. Where they know their presence matters. And here's the beautiful thing. You don't have to be extraordinary to give that to somebody. You don't need special training, and you don't need wealth, and you don't need a platform. Sometimes it starts with listening. Sometimes it starts with kindness. And sometimes it starts with remembering someone's name. Sometimes it even starts with simply making room for another person exactly as they are. I think that's why love has always seemed so powerful to me. Not because it solves every problem, but because it changes the atmosphere around people. It creates warmth and safety. It creates the feeling that no matter how difficult the world becomes, there's still a place where you belong. And maybe that's the thread that's been running through this entire week. The things we almost miss. The quiet moments, the ordinary people, the small gestures, the memories that stay with us. They're all connected by one simple truth, guys. Human beings need each other. Not in some grand philosophical sense, but in a very real, everyday sense. We need kindness. We need understanding. We need reminders that we're not walking through life alone. So as we finish this week, maybe that's the question that's worth carrying with us. For whom are you leaving the light on? Who in your life feels a little more welcome because you're there? Who feels a little less alone? Because the people who change the world aren't always the loudest. Often they're simply the ones who create a little light in the darkness and leave it on long enough for someone else to find their way home. And sometimes, guys, sometimes that's more than enough. A little bit of a shorter one today, guys, but that wraps up the week, and I hope you've had a good one. I love you all very, very, very much. And you know what I need you to do. Go out and pass that on, okay? Later, Gators. Bye-bye.
Fears